Welcome to the Mugiwara Sketches YouTube channel, buddy. In today's video, we've got some mind-blowing revelations from the world of One Piece. Brace yourselves for the Egghead Arc shocking secrets and the potential redemption of Admiral Kizaru. If you're a fan of One Piece, you're in for a treat. New information about the tragic events in Bartholomew Kuma's past has shown that one member of the Marines elite might be able to change sides and stop being a slave to the world government. Kizaru, who always seems calm and collected when using the Pika Pika no Mi, seemed to have been a key part of making a deal between Kuma, Vegapunk, and Saturn to cure Bonnie of her deadly illness. In return, Kuma agreed to have his whole personality erased as part of a process that would turn him into a robot that would work for the world government. Kizaru handled the process and seemed to become close with Vegapunk, Kuma, and Bonnie during their time together. At this point in the Egghead Arc of One Piece, Kizaru's memories of this time seem to have made him question whether he can really do what Saturn told him to do and kill Vegapunk. Because of this, there may be a small chance that Kizaru will finally break away from the Marines. Part 1. A corporate slave. Even though he is an admiral, Kizaru rarely takes the lead in most of his tasks. He usually only does what he is told to do. Because of how strong his devil fruit is, he also takes things very lightly, to the point where he is forgetful and careless even when it might not be appropriate. Due to the fact that Kizaru's devil fruit is a Logia type, he can turn his body into light and ignore most attacks, except for ones that are Haki infused. It seems like he has never really fought an opponent with bad intentions, which suggests that his job is not as important to him as it is to extremists like Akainu or even pragmatics like Smoker. The fact that he offered to assist in putting an end to the raid on Onigashima at the conclusion of the Wano Country arc demonstrates how brave and fearless he can be when the situation demands it. He doesn't want to take responsibility for the world government's many mistakes because he thinks that his leaders are to blame. And he doesn't want to deal with the moral consequences of his actions as an admiral. But Kizaru's lack of guilt seems to have been a front to hide how guilty he really is. This became very clear when he sneaked into Egghead Island to kill Vegapunk on St. J. Garcia Saturn's orders. Part 2. Memories of Better Times. As a Marine who helped set up the deal to heal Bonnie of her sapphire scale illness, Kizaru was there when Saturn talked with Kuma and Vegapunk about the terms of the deal. Even though Vegapunk begged him not to, Kizaru did his duty and kept an eye out for Kuma's attempts to flee, despite the fact that his morals didn't align with Saturn's. Due to Kuma's selfless act, he developed a great deal of respect for him. In later years, he spent a lot of time managing Kuma's mechanical enhancement and became close with Bonnie and her dad. Even though Kuma was going through a terrible time, Kizaru, Vegapunk, and Sentomaru became like family to him and Bonnie. They ate meals together and danced to the beat of the drums of liberation, which showed Kuma's buccaneer roots and connections to Nika. Even though they had very different loyalties, they seemed to have grown to like each other over time. In fact, Kizaru kept saying that he wasn't sure he should kill Vegapunk, even though he was told to. In order to buy time, Sentomaru made his last stand against the Marines. Kizaru praised his bravery by fighting him directly instead of flying past him like he could have. Kizaru clearly cares about Vegapunk, Sentomaru, and Bonnie, even though he can't show it because of his job. Part 3. The Case for Kizaru's Redemption. Based on all of this information, it's likely that Kizaru doesn't fully agree with Saturn's harsh views on Vegapunk's murder, and how he treated lab workers who were trying to escape the Marines' attack on Egghead. As of right now, the Marine Admiral is still fully committed to his duties. However, the ongoing flashbacks into Bartholomew Kuma's past are showing signs that this may soon change. As they've traveled to Egghead, Kizaru has always been wary of Saturn's power and has been a good worker for the world government, doing what they say when they say it. For the time being, Saturn has also been pretty nice to Kizaru, but that could change if things get worse. It looks like Saturn now controls Bonnie, Vegapunk, Sentomaru, and the Straw Hat Pirates. No one can fight the Gorosei's hidden powers. Kizaru might prioritize his true views over pleasing Saturn, potentially revealing a cruel side by attempting to gruesomely eliminate Bonnie, Vegapunk, or Sentomaru. This kind of shock might be the only thing that can wake the Admiral up from his confusing idea of uncertain justice, which lets him act like a government dog while still being decent. In short, Kizaru might change sides at some point. Right now, it's not clear if this will happen in Egghead or later in One Piece. Summary and highlights. Admiral Kizaru's past interactions with Bartholomew Kuma and Bonnie reveal that he may have doubts about his loyalty to the world government and could potentially switch sides. Kizaru's laid-back and carefree attitude, coupled with his powerful devil fruit abilities, makes him often act without taking responsibility for his actions and delegate blame to his superiors. Kizaru's close relationships with Vegapunk, Kuma, and Bonnie, despite their differing allegiances, indicate that he may have a soft spot for them, and could potentially seek redemption by going against his orders from Saint J. Garcia Saturn. The mysteries surrounding Kizaru, Vegapunk, and Saint J. Garcia Saturn are reaching a boiling point in the Egghead Arc. Do you think Kizaru will finally choose to redeem himself and stand against the oppressive world government? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more One Piece updates and theories. That's all for today's video. Until next time, stay tuned, stay excited, and keep exploring the amazing world of One Piece. See you in the next video. Thank you very much for visiting the Mugiwara Sketches YouTube channel, buddy. We hope you enjoy our funny sketch videos and anime reviews. Don't forget to subscribe to continue joining us on our joyful journey in the world of anime. If you have any wishes, questions, or suggestions for our next videos, feel free to express your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you very much for your support, and until we meet again. See you next time, buddy. What is One Piece anime? One Piece is a manga and anime story about a young boy named Monkey D. Luffy who wants to be the king of the pirates in the world. As a child, he eats a devil fruit, a strange plant that makes him able to stretch like rubber. Before the show starts, Luffy goes out into the world for the first time and starts to gather a group of pirates. The main group grows over time, but it starts with Luffy, Nami the Navigator, and a swordsman named Roronoa Zoro. At some point, Luffy and his friends are known as the Straw Hat Pirates, and they go on many exciting adventures across the ocean. One Piece is a lot of fun because it's silly. Luffy goes from island to island around the world in the series. Each island has its own setting and theme. It's a pretty fantastical world full of animals that look like people, live skeletons, and other delightfully strange things. Within moments the group is in a winter scene, and the next they are on a tropical island full of giants. The show is full of silly and bright details. For example, Zoro holds a sword in his mouth, a scary military boss wears a cute bulldog hat, and people don't use phones to talk to each other instead. They use special transponder snails that can send and receive messages. Luffy is a carefree person who just wants to eat a tasty meal and laugh at bad jokes. Even though there are some funny parts in the series, a lot of One Piece is about freedom. During his travels, Luffy often takes up guns to help his friends and encourages others to do the same against pirates and government-backed military occupations. The characters in Luffy and his crew get stronger with each fight, which is typical for shonen manga. A lot of the story is about how Luffy beats a problem that seemed impossible to solve and finds some kind of secret power. After each fight, Luffy and his team get stronger and move closer to his main goal, which is to find the One Piece. Why is it called One Piece? The first part of both the manga and the anime shows that Pirate King Gold D. Roger is telling the truth about the mythical wealth called the One Piece. One Piece is the name of the show because Luffy wants to find the One Piece and become the next Pirate King. One of Luffy's main goals in the show is mentioned in the show's title. What is the One Piece? The answer to this question is still one of the biggest secrets in the series. It's been more than 1,000 episodes, and we still don't know what One Piece is. We know that the One Piece is the name of the treasure that Gold D. Roger collected on his travels because of details in the manga. We still don't know a lot about the treasure, though. There are a lot of ideas from fans about what the One Piece is, but we still don't know what it is or even if it's real. The One Piece could just be the friends Luffy makes along the way.